I still remember the smell of antiseptic, the sting of IV needles, and the sharp awareness that my body was failing me. The monitors beeped like an executioner's drum, steady and merciless. I thought she'd be at my side, holding my hand. Instead, my wife stood at the doorway, arms crossed, lips curled in boredom. "Handle it yourself. I'm not your babysitter." Her words cut deeper than any wound. I didn't argue, I didn't plead, I just nodded, let the silence swallow me whole, and learned the most brutal lesson of my life. The woman I trusted to care for me would rather see me die than be inconvenienced. When I was discharged days later, weak but alive, I packed my bags. She watched me from the couch, remote in hand, laughter spilling like venom. She thought she had won, that I was the broken one crawling away. She had no idea she was already a ghost in my story. We'd been married for 7 years. 7 years of birthdays, late-night talks, whispered promises under dim lights. I once believed she was my anchor. She knew my secrets, my dreams, the scar on my chest I never showed anyone else. But love had rotted into entitlement. The small cruelties had stacked up, sarcasm in front of friends, dismissive shrugs, the way she looked at me like I was an obstacle instead of a partner. Still, I excused it. I convinced myself it was stress, fatigue, a rough patch. That night in the hospital stripped away every illusion. She wasn't tired, she wasn't stressed, she was done caring. I vanished. I left no note, no explanation, no forwarding address. She laughed as I walked out, certain I'd come crawling back. But I never did. For 2 years, I rebuilt, quietly, methodically. I moved cities, changed jobs, rewired my life piece by piece. The man who lay helpless in a hospital bed was gone. In his place stood someone sharper, colder, untouchable. Still, I kept track of her. I had to. Call it obsession, call it closure. I wanted to know how she'd survive without me. Social media gave me all the answers. Lavish dinners she couldn't afford. Trips funded by credit cards I had cut ties with. Smiles that didn't reach her eyes. And then the cracks appeared. A failed promotion, a repossessed car. Photos stopped. Silence crept into her life like a fog. I didn't reach out, I just watched. The first message came on a Tuesday night. "Hey, can we talk?" I ignored it. Hours later, another. "I miss you, I made mistakes." Mistakes? That's what she called leaving me to die alone? Within weeks, my phone was a battlefield. Dozens of missed calls, long, desperate texts. Her words swung wildly between apology and rage. She begged, she cursed, she promised she'd changed. I gave her nothing. But silence is a weapon, and I wielded it with precision. I wasn't reckless. I knew she was hunting for a lifeline, not love. She'd drained her savings, her friends had grown tired of her drama, and loneliness had sharpened her arrogance into desperation. So I prepared. I cleaned up the remnants of our old life, closed accounts she might still know about, strengthened the walls around my new world. And then, when I was certain she had no way back in, I delivered the final twist. I sent her a single photo, me, standing in front of the house I'd bought in cash, with the woman I now loved, someone who had held my hand through fevers and setbacks, someone who knew the meaning of loyalty. We were smiling, radiant, everything she had pretended to give me but never did. No caption, no explanation, just the proof of what she threw away. Her reaction was volcanic. She called 50 times in one day, left voicemails soaked in hysteria, voice breaking as she screamed my name. Then came the texts. "You can't do this to me. I need you, please. Don't replace me with her." That was the irony. She thought she was irreplaceable. She wasn't. She was already forgotten. I didn't respond. I never would. The last time I heard her voice, it was through a voicemail I saved. She was crying, words slurred by alcohol. "I laughed when you left. I thought you'd crawl back, but you're gone, and I can't breathe without you. Please, just talk to me, please." I listened once, then deleted it. Some people think revenge requires fire, grand gestures, public humiliation, destruction. But I learned it's colder than that. The cruelest revenge isn't screaming in someone's face. It's letting them live with the echo of their own choices. She left me to die in a hospital bed. I left her to drown in silence. And when she begged for another chance, I smiled at the irony. She had finally become the one abandoned, the one who couldn't sleep, the one staring at a phone, waiting for a response that would never come. I don't regret it. Walking away wasn't weakness. It was war, waged in patience and silence. She lost the day she dismissed me with those words, "I'm not your babysitter." She was right. She wasn't, and she never will be again. Now I breathe freely. I sleep deeply.